Hey folks, welcome. Today we're talking with Albert and Julie Bennett. Dr. John Ganino, a dear friend, welcome both of you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
You came in a short time ago with Dr. John Ganino because Albert had been diagnosed with something called an oligodendroglioma, like a glioblastoma of the brain cancer, only this is really rare, very, very rare, you discovered. Can you take me, if you would, Albert, to the symptoms you were having that led you to an emergency room? Were they that bad, and what ensued? You didn't know what was going on, you just had some pain.
Initially, I thought it was sinus headaches. And I had had headaches for years, but it was nothing severe. It was just, thought maybe my sinuses, we'd correct it with ibuprofen or acetaminophen. But the headache is different than all of those headaches that I had that sent me to the hospital. It was severe enough that I was vomiting. The pain was, they give you the pain chart from 0 to 10. I would say it was well beyond the 10, but it was.
Woke up one morning?
It was in the morning, yeah. I woke up, and I had never woken up from a headache. That was the first time, and immediately was nauseous and just felt bad.
You get to the emergency room,
yeah,
and they do some testing on you, and they say, we've got some bad news for you. Were you there, Julie?
Yes.
Okay, they sat you two down and said, I want to show you something. Boom, you know, they put up an x-ray.
Yeah.
And they say, see this mass? This isn't good. We're going to have to take this out. Then we want you on chemo for months, radiation, and so forth. Julie, as a wife and a mom of two grown kids, a couple of years ago when this happened, we always talk to the person with it. We rarely talk to the person with it also, because you had to live this life. What was it like to hear that?
It was shocking. It was very shocking. Almost numbing. You kind of are not expecting. We just weren't expecting you have a huge tumor in your head. It was not what we were expecting.
Where were you two with God at this time? Because I hear, Albert, people I have interviewed say, I'm mad. I shouldn't have, you know, I'm way off target here, and to be candid with you, Doug, it's going to take me a while. But your shirt gives you away.
Yeah, you know, we had our youngest daughter was born with hydrocephalus.
Okay.
And we knew about this when Julie was 16 weeks pregnant. As a matter of fact, she was passing a kidney stone, and they did a sonogram.
Right.
And the sonogram showed that that the baby had hydrocephalus, or the fetus as they described it. And the doctor came in and said, hey, you probably do have a kidney stone. We can see some inflammation, but the fetus has hydrocephalus, and you may want to consider terminating this one.
Wow.
And we feel like our journey started through our youngest daughter, and because which our youngest daughter's 21 years old now, and because we didn't go that path that they wanted, that they thought we needed to go, and we just saw God do some really great things through her. We still see God doing it, and as a matter of fact, when I felt that pain, because she had gone through neurological surgeries and things, we knew where to go. We knew Julie, as a matter of fact, when I had the pain, I told her, I said, hey, let's just wait till this pain goes away. She goes, no, we're going to the hospital now. She had a bag packed like within 5 minutes, and she made us jump in the car and go. And but anyway, God has just done some great things through our lives, and so this is not the first time we've seen God do things. And we know God.
I would like to say too that it was a supernatural peace, and it's the peace that transcends all understanding. So while you hear that and it can be scary, I had a peace.
You know what you guys believing as the three of us do? It's going to be okay. Even if it's not okay for the kids for years, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Because we're all going home one day. And God knew your start date and the number of hairs in your head, and He knows your stop date. You could pull out this gate and get hit by a bus, and that would be that. So that's really good. You had this oligodendroglioma is very, very rare, and it just so happens you now know two people who have had it, and you've spoken to them, and they've lived, they say 30–40% chance you'll make it 5 years. I know better, thanks to Dr. John Ganino, but tell me about the two friends and how you communicated with them.
Yeah, so I have a cousin, actually, with the same diagnosis, and she's she had this before me. She's probably 6 or 7 years into it, and I didn't realize at the time that that was the exact diagnosis. But and then it took a while to find some other people that had them, and so I know people through social media that are doing well. I know another one of them is actually an integrated nurse practitioner, and so it's really nice to see some of the I don't necessarily call it naturopathic ways of doing it, but the non-toxic ways of treatments that you can do, and it's pretty much the same thing we're doing. I mean, it's very, very similar.
Friends, stay tuned to know the cause, because there are other episodes with Albert and Julie on them.